Well, hello there! I bet you're wondering why you're looking at my wall with my little sign there and violin and picture in the table, but not someone's face. Why is there no one's face here? Well, that's simple. It's because lately I've been digging underneath my house in the dank, dark storage area, and I've found some treasures. And what I've unearthed, I'd love to share with you. Right, so the first thing I unearthed is this stack of pictures. And in 2002, I believe it was, I got really into photography and started learning how to take pictures. And I got really into it and did some of my best work ever. I took a bunch of pictures one time at this rally. It was like an anti-Bush, anti-war rally. And it was just a really great opportunity to take pictures. Here's one of my artistic ones. That was actually a mannequin in a store window. Another rally, Margaret with a bowling ball. What is that piece of crap over her eye? Oh, it's a rip from the back of one of the things. There's my father-in-law. Ho, 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 Merry Christmas. Santa Claus shaved his beard. A train. But my first camera that I got, it was a digital SLR. And it was a Nikon D70. A great little camera. I actually missed that camera. And, oh, look at this. Okay, hang on a second. This is actually a picture I took of a piece of art that I did, 2001, and this is the only remaining image that I have of this piece of art. Everything else is gone. I think I've either painted over it or whatever, but this is it. This is cool. This is a piece of like my history. That's really cool. Jeff, I took some pictures of the Globetrotters. Kid I don't know. Margaret with a bowling ball. Kid I don't know. Truck. Ooh, Margaret looking sassy. Sassy with a guitar. Globetrotters. But yeah, sorry about that. There's, that's the end tower, but yeah. And this is it. Like this, I don't have this camera. I sold it because I sort of had to. I was low on funds, and so I don't have the camera anymore. But I do have the pictures. Okay, so next up is this. I found a stack of these old flyers for my old recording studio. I used to run a recording studio, and this was the flyer that I had for it. I made this up myself in Photoshop, and this was it. This is where I sat. I looked at all this stuff all the time. Live recording board, MIDI controller. Actually, at one point after this, I got a bigger soundboard in here that I used to muck about with. Look at this, square monitors. Yeah, really. Who uses square monitors anymore? I mean, but that was what I used back in the day, and so I would have one thing open here, one thing open there, and that's all my rack gear. That was expensive. I sat in here, the artists were out here, and it was just a blast. Next up, I have this. This is actually a book from way back in the day. This is like 2002. I wrote a lot of my old songs in here. There's some of my artwork. Let's see if I can look at that. This is a piece of artwork I did back in the day. Oh, self-portrait. This is a self-portrait actually I drew of myself. And there's another self-portrait that I drew of myself. But yeah, a lot of really old song lyrics. And this was who I was back in 2002. And it's perfectly encapsulated here. I found this old VHS video cassette that I recorded back in 1993, I believe, for Woodstock 93. And I've never gotten rid of this because it's so important, because this was like, I remember watching this when it was on TV, and it was so important to me. And it is now, because I was 13 and music, I was just discovering music, and a lot of bands I loved were actually playing at Woodstock. Okay, next up we have this pocket. Yeah, you heard me right. It's actually a pocket. Like a bunch of friends and I, we had like a gift thing where we made gifts. We had to make them and give them away to each other. Couldn't buy them. And this was the gift that one of my friends made. I didn't get it. Someone else got it, and then I did a trade because I liked it, because they were kind of like, what am I going to do with this pocket? And I was like, I'm going to sew it on my pants. So I kept the pocket when I got rid of the pants, because, I mean, who doesn't need a spare pocket some days? I got this. This is actually an old beat-up copy of all the issues leading up to when Superman in 1993 fought Doomsday to a standstill and eventually got killed by him, because Doomsday is one badass. And yeah, there we go. I like the fact that the last issue, issue 75, the last issue of the fight, every single page, every page is a full action panel. And I don't think I've ever seen another comic book do that before. So I thought that was really cool. This was like one of the biggest comic book moments in my entire life. One of the biggest moments of my life. I found this old Kenner Superpowers ad. This would have been inside the back page or on the back page of comic books in 1984, 1985, 1986. This has got to be my favorite ad for anything of all time. I love this ad. I've got another copy of it. It's going to be framed and it's going to go on my wall because I'm a big fat geek. So deal with it. Whoop. Oh look, it's a picture of Margaret and Jason when he's only like a couple months old. Oh man. She was hot back then and she's hot now. I love my wife. She's gorgeous. Isn't she gorgeous? She's freaking beautiful. But yeah, this picture, I think it's like the best and earliest portrait, like real portrait that I took of Jason and Rachel together. So it makes it very, very important that this doesn't get lost because it's their first portrait together, just in a sitting position. And look at this. This is a book with, oh, I took this book to British Columbia with me. Yeah, it's got like old artwork that I did in it back in the day. Oh, wow. This is cool. I haven't seen this in ages. What the heck is that? Guess it's a foot gonna step on a banana? Self-portrait. I don't know who the heck that is. I was quite the artist, wasn't I? And in here we have a lot of old lyrics, just like old lyrics and artwork from, again, from that time. Yeah, it's just really cool to unearth this stuff and find it. You know, I'm glad that it hasn't gotten lost forever. And I don't know why I put it under the house. Like, why would I do that? Why would I put this stuff just under the house where it can get lost forever? I don't get why I did that, but it's never going into the house again. Well, look at that grumpy lady. Nah, they're magazines. I found some magazines. I don't know why these magazines ended up under the house, because these are actually really cool coffee table magazines. An old Spin issue, and we got an acoustic guitar. This is from 04 and 03. So these are pretty darn cool that I found these. I found another old photography book. So these are actually pictures from when I first started taking pictures. These are literally like some of the very first pictures that I ever took. And I think it's really cool that this little book encapsulates such a time period in my life, you know. Would you believe that these are like beginner photos? Like, that's what they are. They're beginner photos. Like, I hadn't even taken any courses yet. These are just like what I managed to snap with basic, you know, photographic intuition. Okay, next up is this. This is, you know, a songbook, and it looks, you know, pretty frickin' empty. And it's empty because I have no idea why it's empty, but I wrote like 40 really, really good songs, and I can't find them. They're not in there, and they're not in the box, and I don't know where they are, but I gotta find them because this is the reason why I was digging under the house. I wanted what was in this book, and as you can see, it's pretty much empty. There's like 4 pages in it. They've fallen out somewhere, you know, while moving. I got this. My dad made me this in 1997. He made me this. And basically, he knew I did a lot of writing and a lot of poetry and stuff like that. And so he, you know, I carried my poetry around everywhere with me. So he made me this out of leather so that, you know, my books wouldn't keep disintegrating in my guitar case. So I carried this around for a long time, and I'm so glad I still have it too. Man, you don't know what you're gonna find until you look, and you wonder why you bury this stuff under your house like a dork. This was made for me by an old fella named Alfred, and I don't even know if he's still alive. He was really, really old, and he thought of me, and he just made it for me. And this would have taken him a long time. And so this is super important to me that I don't lose it as well, because I don't think anybody who's not like one of my family members has taken the time to make me anything that would have taken this long. So I don't even know if he's still alive. I hope he is. I wonder what he's doing. And the final thing is this. And I don't even remember when this is from. When did I use this? That's a piece of artwork. I don't know when. I think this was from 2001, maybe 2001. I was doing a lot of writing back in the day too, and I don't even know what's in here. I haven't seen this in a long time, so I have no idea. I know it's song lyrics, and you know that's my that's a picture I drew of my dad. Oh gosh, yeah, I was a troubled soul back then. Not like I am now, happy-go-lucky, happy fellow, but really troubled. Anyway, song lyrics, more, I don't even know what the heck. What's that? That doesn't even need to be in there. Blank pages? Oh, my journey isn't finished. And then, I wonder if that's, nope, that's not the inside of that. I have no idea, but anyway. So yeah, that's it. That's all the stuff that I had under the house that I dug out, and I can't believe that I would put this stuff under the house. Why would I do that? That's so silly. Okay, I'm just gonna end the video and leave you with these two random pictures to look at while I talk and end the video. Thank you so much for joining me with this video today as I dug all this stuff out of my basement in my crawl space and shared it with you. I appreciate that so much. And you know what? This is exactly what this channel is about. It's about me putting up whatever I want to. And this is the stuff I dug out and I wanted to share it. And if you're here till the end, then you're a boss. And I can't believe you were actually interested in all this crap I dug out. But hey, someone's got to be other than me, otherwise I'm a really boring person that just rambles on at the end of my videos, and you're probably already clicked off by now. I could probably say anything right now and no one would even know. I like to sniff farts. Actually, I don't. They're disgusting. But I thought I'd say that. But no one heard this anyway because it's the end of the video. So hopefully if you like this, that's awesome. Leave a thumbs up. And I will see you with the next video that I put out. Goodbye.